Hey everyone. Oh, hold on. Let me just wait. Make sure I've gone live properly because I'm probably talking and we're not even live yet. But at some point it's going to kick in. Yeah, we're live. Hey, I'm Imran Web Squadron. This is going to be a bit of funny live chat. I'm going to keep an eye on the live chat. So I've got it on a screen just over here so that I don't miss out on any conversations. But I am actually working on a code snippet. Hey, WebRiser, how you doing? This is actually a code snippet that I had about a year and a half ago. And then I tinkered with it and I'm now super maximizing it. But I don't want to talk too much about what it is because I don't want to get people overly excited about what I'm doing. I think it's going to be really majorly important for lots of people. And it's not just Elemental users, this is WordPress users, full stop. Um, and I've made it really good, but I need to make it a little bit better because I don't want people to look at what I release and go, oh, but there's a little bit of a problem here or a bit of a delay. So I'm just working on something at the moment. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the live chat. So you will probably hear me in the background. There will be moments of pausing when I'm not kind of like talking. And it might be just because I'm staring at my screen or trying to get my thought process in gear. So WebRiser says, what is the reason why you don't sell your template anymore? Mainly because it was a template I built about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago. And I think it's outdated. I am planning to release more templates though, for free, by the way. So I will be creating a new one-page template. In fact, it's going to be an entire template kit. So it won't just be the template of the page. It will be the entire settings, everything for the colors, the fonts, any extra plugins, the SEO, all of that. All right. There is a reason though why I'm making it free because I'm actually going to build it in such a way that it could be useful for professionals. So maybe you're like a personal trainer or you offer accountancy services or you just want to use it for your CV, almost kind of thing. So I want it to be kind of like, here you go, right? You got no excuses now, right? You do have to pay for your own domain and hosting and all of that, right? You got to do all that stuff still yourself, but no excuses now. Here's the template. Go and fly, go run with it. Hey Dave, how you doing? I'm just working on something in the background and I hope it works. I'm trying to improve a code I was using a while ago. I lie. My previous code snippet, and I'm not going to talk too much about what it is because I don't want to give it away, was about 59 lines. This current one that I'm now working on is, and I'll tell you in a moment when I get back over to my screen, which is just over here. It is now 495 rows or lines of code. So I've gone from 59 to 400, and I've forgot the number now, 494, nearly 500. But that's because it's doing a heck of a lot more in a really, really good way. Okay. In fact, I'll give it away. I'll tell you now what it is. It's all about WebP images. It's about the conversion. It's about getting rid of replacing images that are the wrong size. It's about keeping the sizes and getting rid of other duplicated images in your files and database. And it even will allow you to scale your images. So if you've gone and loaded, let's say for instance, right, you've got a directory and people are uploading images that are like 4,000 pixels wide, you can set it to basically scale it to 1920 maximum width. If it's below that, that's okay, but the maximum is 1920, and then it does the conversion of the WebP. Or it could be you've got existing images, right? So these aren't the ones that are already uploaded. You've got legacy images because your website's been up and running for 5 years. And again, you can hit a few buttons and it will go, right, WebP, scale them if we need to, get rid of all the duplicate shitty sizes. And the reason why I'm really going to town on this is because someone who I've been mentoring they overlooked something I made clear to them, and their website now is 4 GB. And it's all because they allowed other people to upload images, and some of the images are 16 megabytes, a single image. And then you got all the duplicates. So you got 6 megabytes, 5 megabytes, 3, 2, it goes, and then their website is now 4 GB. And I am that close to finalizing something that's going to filter through and should technically sort everything out. I'm stress testing it and it seems to be working, but there's just something extra. It just bugs me. It's not a showstopper. That's the thing. I could share this code now or do a video and put it out there, and a lot of people will be happy. But there's that 1% to me that goes, if it did this bit better, then it's untouchable. That's what I'm looking at. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? WebRiser, do you need extra plugins to style websites? I build everything with Elementor Pro, and hello. I don't understand the need, and I talked about this yesterday, why so many people go rushing for a particular theme unless the theme gives you loads of extra stuff. That means you can get, which means you can get the job done quicker, which is why I used a My Listing theme, because it's got a heap of stuff for your directory and membership and all of that stuff, and the custom fields, all of that built in, and the way it presents it. Super quick, super easy. That's the only time I'll use a theme. Even when it comes to templates, I don't like to say, right, every website I'm gonna base it on this design, because my hero banner, my hero section, depends on the client, the goal, the aim. What are we trying to achieve? And I have found that when I did used to use like templates, I spent more time modifying them. Now, there will be some sections when you can use templates. Skelementor, go over there. They got loads of free templates. You could have your favorite way of doing a contact form, a header, a footer. There's loads of stuff you can replicate and repeat, right? Privacy pages, cookie pages, all of that crap, terms and conditions, yeah? Even shop pages, right? Single products, right? Or posts, you can do that. But some things I like to build out specifically, especially if the client wants to manipulate it a little bit. So I'm not a massive fan of templates or paying for a template. But the big mistake, too many people go, oh, I went and bought the Ray theme or this theme, and I'm not having a go at the Ray theme. It's a common one, you know, or a slider theme or XYZ, and then they whinge, or they come onto the Elemental forum and go, I want to do XYZ. Why is it not working? Well, why don't you get off your ass and go back to whoever built the damn theme? Why are you coming to the Facebook Elemental group? This is me being really blunt in these live chats. You went and bought a theme off Invato or somewhere else, right? Or Template Monster or wherever, right? And then rather than challenging them or saying, well, why does this not work? Or how do I do this? You come to the Elemental Facebook group and you start going, oh, my widget's not working, or there was an update and my carousel's not working. Well, go back to the designer or the developer of the damn theme. You can't blame Elementor. And then people go, yeah, but it was built with Elementor. No, Elementor's the foundation. It's what you built on top. It's like saying, right, someone made a cake, okay, and the cake was really nasty. I'm not going to blame the cake maker. No, I'm going to go back to the person who sold the eggs and the flour. Well, maybe it was the eggs and flour. Maybe, but most likely you have to go back to the cake maker, the one who made it. Challenge them. What do I use for security? I don't like using WordFence. I've got this header security plugin and Malcare, and obviously SiteGround Server will have their security stuff as well in the back end. Go over to learn.websquadron.co.uk, scroll down, you will see the plugins pack. Click it, it's a pop-up, it's free. It will tell you all the plugins I use for a non-e-commerce and the extra for an e-commerce website. So go and do that. Dennis, yesterday I had a client that complained that the color swatches were not working in their shop. Do you know what? It could work. I mean, like you said, you don't like extra plugins. Was it the plugin? was it something else? And so many people, they like someone left a comment. I can't remember where it was. I don't think it was the live chat or YouTube somewhere. They left a comment and they said that yeah, no, it was in one of the Facebook groups. So what they've said is they've got a button, right? And no matter what they do to their global colors, they cannot change the color of that button. They've gone to style. They cannot overwrite it. And I said to them, where did that button come from? And they said, a template. And then I went back going, where did the template come from? And they never replied. And I think it's because the pennies probably dropped in their head. Like, you're asking us to tell you how to fix this. Well, where did that button come from? This green gradient button, none of your colors are green. So where did it come from? Where did you add it from? Did it come as part of a product or something? So back step, go backwards, right? Add a brand new button. Does it have the green color? If so, then there is definitely something going on in your theme that's overwriting everything. If your button comes over and you can control it, go back to where you got the fucking button from. Plain and simple. But people, there is this thing, right, where I get really agitatedly, irritatingly angry when people ask, in my opinion, fucking stupid questions, right? Someone will be like, they've gone and bought something, right? And then they drag something on and they go, oh, why is all my wording like 50 pixels? Well, where did the wording come from? If you drag a brand new heading, is the wording big or not? So what did you do? What was the point in time when it went wrong? Someone on the Facebook group said something like, 2 or 3 months ago, the website was fine. They went back into it and now some sections have disappeared. Right. So what happened from 2 months ago to now that's changed? Are you running auto updates? Did you just blindly update your theme and plugins and other stuff? Is there someone else working on the website? Have you got backups? How often are you checking? Because you're saying you haven't been in for 2 months. Well, during those 2 months, was the website okay or not? I regularly check my and client websites every few days. I just open up loads of links and just check them. Some people are so ignorant of the fact that you have to take responsibility and ownership and don't sit there and go, oh, it's Elementor. It could be, but most of the time, it ain't. It ain't. Dennis confirms it was the plugin. Shoot, you said Yoast. Why have you said Yoast? Oh, you said, what do you prefer, free toast or pro rank math? I prefer slim SEO. Yoast is shit. Rank math was good. You don't need rank math pro. Look at the features you get with rank math pro. Did you really need them? Nope. Yoast is ultra crap. Rank math is better. Slim SEO is even better. Plain and simple. Sasha, did you ever look at Droip? No. I had... Look, here's how it goes, yeah? Unless you pay me to look at Droip, I have no intention of looking at Droip. It's one of those things where I have so much other stuff going on. Like I'm meant to be working right now and I'm talking. Because I've actually got stuff on the screen here that I'm trying to sort out, a code snippet and stuff, and I need to now check. I think I've done it right. I need to run something now to make sure it works. But yeah, I'm not going to go and try out other plugins for free. The developers can pay or commission me to look into it, let alone do a review. Think of it like a one-to-one consultation or a discovery call. Do you just hand out discovery calls for free? Or do you kind of charge the client for it? Because it is your... Just got to check an email that's come in. It is your time at the end of the day. WebRiser, should selling a theme through Etsy or other platforms is a great idea? Think about it, WebRiser. Why would anyone buy a theme from you on Etsy? There are too many people on YouTube and other places saying, create a template, create a theme. You're going to start making $50 a day, $100 a day. I did it and I made $10,000. They maybe were there at the right time. And also, there's no validation behind, like, did they actually make that money? Or what other contacts did they have? What other influencers? What advertising did they do? They don't ever share all of that with you. But if you think someone's going to go to Etsy and buy your theme, why? Why? Unless you've got a shop with like 50 themes and you've got loads of good reviews and people can see the major benefit of buying a theme from you, why would they buy it? Why would they buy it? So my question back to you is, how many clients have you built websites for? How many of them were really happy? How many of them had repeat business from them or referrals? And if it is little, you got to then take a step back and go, I have to be brutally honest here. Am I going to make money selling themes? So you're saying, what is the best way to make money with web design? You build websites. So you've only built 2. That's not good. You need to build more. You need to find clients. And I've got how to start a website business pack, learn.websquadron.co.uk. I've got a $1 pack. If you can't afford $1, we ain't talking. But $1 on how to get clients. Go and buy and have a look at that. The thing is, though, right, you could say that about everything. By the way, Marie, what do you think about Spectra theme and Builder? I had a quick look at Spectra. I wasn't overly blown away by it, if I'm honest. I tend to find a lot of stuff like, I wasn't overly crazy about Quickly. Spectra, tried it. I just could not get on board with it. I found it cumbersome. It just didn't float my boat. With regards to WebRiser, anyone out there right now could say, how do I make money teaching people to drive? How do I make money selling bread? How do I make money baking cakes? How do I make money, ironing clothes or designing clothes or anything like that? The way you make money is you find an opportunity to get yourself out there and then people want to work with you. If all you say is, how do I make money? That just sounds desperate. And then what you will do is you will find work for low budget. And maybe that's okay for you. But what you got to think about is, what are you doing at the moment? So here's the question. Don't ask me, ask yourself. What are you doing at the moment to get work? What are you doing to get web design? What are you doing to put yourself out there? How are you advertising? How are you using social media? How are you using friends and family? Have you given any incentive to your previous 2 clients? Did you do anything different that makes you memorable? What about your portfolio? What about your case studies? Are you actually showing yourself out there? Or are you just kind of like, because I find a lot of people make this massive mistake where they try to make out they can do a lot, but you can literally see in the way they've put together their portfolio that they're talking shit. So what you got to do is try and maximize your social media presence. Not everyone agrees with that, but believe me, if people want to pay a bit more money, they're going to have a look at and see, well, who is this person? Who are they? Who are they engaging with? What kind of person are they? WebRiser, people ask if I can make a simple website for cheap. I don't want to spend my time for cheap money. Fine. That's fine. That's totally okay. But how much do they want to pay and how much do you want to earn per website? So think about this, right? Cheap website. How long would it take for you to do their cheap website? 5 days, 1 day? Answer that question. They want a cheap website. How long will it take for you to build it for them? 5 days, 1 day, right? Now, how much do they want to pay you? So is doing a cheap website that takes up 1 day of your time worth it if you can get 5 or 10 of them a month? Or is it better to charge higher? Now, I would always say charge higher, but you're in a situation where you don't have that luxury. So what you got to stop and think about is the cheap website. Is it a 5-day project or a 1-day project? What are they going to pay? 2 days. And what are they going to pay you for 2 days? By the way, I don't know what your location is, and based on geographical location, please remember, everyone, that for us, $50 is like, I ain't doing that. But for someone in, say, India or South Africa or some other place, $50 is quite damn good money. Sri Lanka, I think $50 is like, what, 5 to 6 months rent? I think I remember someone was saying, I might have got the location wrong, but I think it was Sri Lanka. So 2 days, and what were they going to pay you for 2 days? So put down what they were offering, and then put down what you would want, okay? And explain why you would want that. Is that because you just wanna make loads of big money, or is it reasonable thinking about their location and your geographical location as well? So 2 days work, what were they gonna offer, and what did you want instead? So you're Netherlands, right? So what did they want? What did they want to pay? And what would you have preferred? Give me that while I just go and oh, something's happened. My thing's not run. Why is my thing not run? What's going on here? Oh, because I didn't activate it. You know, while I'm oh, I'm so stupid, aren't I? While I'm talking to you, right, I'm forgetting to activate something. Right, okay. Just got to move over a folder. No, that's the wrong folder. Here's the danger with trying to do things while talking to all of you. Right. I think I've done this right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Back to the question. Dennis, how is your knowledge about HTML, CSS? The thing is, though, I mean, Dennis might be offering you a job here. So you never know. If you're really good on this stuff, Dennis might be offering you a job. Clients don't care if you put on your homepage or your CV that you are a PHP expert, a MySQL expert. They don't care. What they want to know is, can you build them a damn good website? The WebRiser, you want to build an all-purpose based theme. Again, though, why would anyone buy it? Why would anyone buy it? What makes you think it's going to tick the box? What makes you think you could keep it up to date every time Elementor or anyone else does a change, right? So what I would say, yeah, is WebRiser. You didn't answer my question. So you think it was going to take 2 days to build a website. What were they offering? And what would you have wanted? Because I'm going to go further, right? There's going to be like steps that you may want to consider. But I need to know the answer first to what were they offering and what would you have preferred? If you can answer that, then we can go a step further. Yeah, but WebRiser, I make that clear to them at the start. I make that very clear. You make it clear. And if people are not aware of it, you want to say to them, look, I'm just going to let you know that other web designers will hide this from you and then they try and catch you out later on and try and trap you. But what you're going to need is your domain, which could be about this much, depending on what you want. Might be a premium one, but we'll try and keep it simple. This is what your hosting could cost. Here's a couple of options. And then we need to use a page builder license. There are free things out there, but believe me, it will really wreck your website later on. It's better to go for a premium version. Here's the cost. Or I could offer to support you on your domain and your hosting, you know, and then you have a reseller package and you go, and the cost would be X. But if you want to do it yourself, I'll tell you where to go and what to do. And then you go do that, and then we can start building the website. You explain it. When you explain to them that you're actually on their side and that you're helping them out more than when they've spoken to someone else, they trust you more. When you try to get your car fixed, if you got a car, you'll have some dealers and garages that go, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do it, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll have someone else saying, well, we need to look at this and we need to look into that. And I'm just going to let you know now that other garages won't tell you that you could have a problem here. If so, this is what the cost could be. So I don't want you to be alarmed by it if that cost does come in, but I won't be doing that or charging you for that if that problem's not there. I just want you to know, are you okay with that? You do that, I trust the garage a bit more. Now you've said 750, right? So €750. Okay, that's what they were going to pay. What did you want? So they were going to pay $750 or euros for 2 days work. What did you want instead? Bear in mind, you know, yeah. So what did you want? Right, SiteGround's okay. Is hosting for clients? Well, it's fine. I've used it for legacy clients as well, and I don't have issues on it. everyone will have their preference, okay, to what is their hosting platform or what they can use. See, look, this code snippet I'm working on, it works. The only issue I have yet is it's not a major issue. It's just it's not a major issue, right? It's just there's a bit of a delay and a slowness to it, and I wish it was quicker. I think I need to go back a step with this code now. Damn it. I need to go back up steps. Just bear with me. I've just got to scroll back up and get my previous code because I've forgotten where it is now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Remember I told you it's massive. Right, this should be my code over here. I'm coming back to the live chat. Just give me a moment. I just want to make sure I get this all right, because if I get this wrong, it's gonna haunt me for probably the rest of the day. I've actually been working on this code since 5 a.m. in the morning. I had an hour's break to do some other stuff, but I've been working on this code since 5 a.m., which will mean it's been now 7, coming up to 8 hours. That's how much I care about this bit of code. Hey, BJ, how you doing? BJ, have you tried Builder? No, I haven't. I think people need to stop asking me those questions because imagine I had tried everything, right? Elementor, Bricks, Breakdance, Droip, Spectra, Quickly, Gutenberg, GreenShift, Builderius, Builder Your Ass, Builderius, and all of this stuff. How would I have time for my clients, for my development, for videos, finding clients, legacy clients, and other things as well? Like my income, my gravy pot is not just web design agency stuff. You know, I have other things as well. Stocks and shares and stuff and other things, investments as well. So I just think that you will find someone who basically covers every builder out there. Every time there's a new builder or a change, they'll cover it. But all they'll do is just tell you the update. They don't actually use it. They'll tell you the settings. Some plugin people out there, when I see their videos, I can't watch them. All they do is tell you how to set up. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. They never actually talk through like a proper example or say, right, so in this situation, if you had this, you want to do that. And if you had something different, you would go here. And watch out for X, Y, Z. They don't really do that. And I'm not that guy. I'm not that person. So that's the reason why I do a lot of code snippets. I want to push things and take them further. I want you to get the most you can out of a plugin or a tool or a method. Friday is normally my research day. And I was hoping that this I'm building right now would have taken about 1 hour. We are close to, well, we're about to hit it. In 10 minutes, we will hit 8 hours. No, it's not 8 hours because I had about an hour's break in between. Because obviously showered, got ready in the morning. Then I quickly nipped to the shop to buy some stuff. So 7 hours. And that is a fact. In 10 minutes, I will have spent 7 hours doing this. Just a snippet of what is on. John. I'm not going to say too much, but this will be the most amazing WebP converter snippet ever. It doesn't just convert to WebP. It does some other stuff as well. And I know we had a code snippet for that, but this takes it to another level, mainly because a friend who I was mentoring and they were working on their site, and they had their site for a while. It's now 4 gigabytes. And their website, which was a directory, people were uploading and they had another friend who did blog posts for them. And even though the images were WebP in most places, a lot of their original images that were loaded in were like 20 megabytes, John. Because what happens is a lot of people, like restaurants, they use their mobile phone and they take a photo and then they upload that. The photo uploaded in super high 4K resolution, whatever, like 16 or 20 megabytes. And then it goes in, and then it has the original size, and the image is like 4,000 pixels wide. And then you get all of the like, then it does like a 2,000 pixel wide, 1024, 768, 500 something. You get a 300, a 150, a 128. You get like 7, 8 versions. So before you know it, right, like, because you'll have the 20 and then you have smaller versions, you'll probably have a total of like 35 to 40 megabytes generated in your file and database for one image. One image. And even when you use a tool or a plugin to convert, right, you still got those legacy crap. 4 gigabytes is their website. And that's not even including any backups that, you know, a backup upon a backup upon a backup. You know, I quickly had a look at them and I thought, oh, it could be your form submissions. And they were like, there were none. And then I was like, crap, it's your images. You've got images from years and years and years and years ago. Duplicates, massive sizes, all of that. So I'm basically making it way better for them. The code snippet is actually done, John. I've tested it to the nth degree. It is done. I just want to preempt something that some people might notice. So one of the slight problems with the code, and it's not a problem, is when you run it, it doesn't give you a running update to say, right, this is how many are processed, because it wants to save on the performance. It doesn't want to slow down the processing by giving you these, like, how long it's taking. But I just need to be sure. And then, I don't know, I need to find a way to improve it, but it's practically done. WebRiser says, where are you learning? Experience. How did I learn to use SQL? From when I first started, 2003, I first started using SQL. In our analytics department in the NHS, everyone, the analysts, were using Microsoft Access. The databases were all sat on a SQL server by the warehousing team that sat in another room. And then one day I went over to them to say, look, we need to make sure that we are mapping the hospital specialties and prices correctly. And then the guy started doing something and I was like, hold on. What is this? What are you working on there? And he said SQL. And I went and learnt it myself. 4 months later, I am training 7, 8 other people in our room how to transition from Access to SQL. Then I trained another room, then another team, right? Fast forward 10 years, I'm head of the team now, department, okay? And when we build out a brand new system and a new database structure and everything, I'm not just training my team. I'm going up to Northampton, Derby, London as well to make sure people know. And I'm making clear to them, I'm not a warehouser, but I'm telling you the way to do it. Tableau, teaching people to transition into thinking into temporary tables rather than just using SQL view upon view upon view. You'll understand what I mean if you understand temporary tables and views to feed into Tableau. It all comes to experience and having a go. You can learn. And now with AI, you have no excuse. I don't have time to learn full-blown JavaScripting or React or anything like that. I could, but I don't. I really don't. I'm not lying. I really struggle with time sometimes. And also, I don't really want to get too neck deep in that because I don't see it as an angle for where I want to monetize and make an income from it. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. A lot of you, if you want to exploit the whole AI vibing, coding, all of that, reacting, you know, you want to start jumping into more PHP side of things, you can go and learn. You now Don't have to sit there reading book upon book and looking at forums and trying to work out the best way to do something. You know, you go back 15 years ago and you got a database and you wanted to convert the text into a date format or the other way around, you'd be going, right, so I got to hit convert, comma, 103 or something, or, you know, and all this stuff. You were like that. And then you would test it out, get it wrong, look at a forum and do it. You now want to do anything like that. You just go to AI and go, right, here's my field. Here's the format. I want that to be a date field. I want it to be in day, mum, yeah. I want to do this. It's going to punch it out for you. You can learn. You take the code and you study the code. How did I learn CSS? Long time ago. And how do I learn and still learn now? AI, magazines, forums, books, whatever, tells me what to do. Study it. Look at it. Learn it. And then you evolve. And you can evolve the code as well. Look at your average space of server. AI's changed. Yeah, AI's changed. I mean, Grok 3. What I will say, John, right, is I know there's so many brilliant tools, and I know you love LLMing it. LLMing it. Grok 3 is really damn good. Really damn. Yeah, W3. W3 was my source of learning HTML and stuff back in 2003, 2004, 2003, W3. I think it was still called W3 Schools then, or it was called, no, I think it was still called W3 Schools then as well. That was my source of learning that. And when it come to SQL, I was using Experts Exchange. You know that forum? I'm sure a lot of you have come across it. And back then, the snobbery then was immense. You think now people look at you and go, oh, you use WordPress and you call yourself a web designer. Back then, sometimes you asked a question, people will be like, oh, how dare you ask a programming question? Who are you? Yeah, how can you not know this? And that's what people did. Dennis, I'm 39. I think yeah, I'm going to be 47 in September. So I'm a little bit old. I'm 46 at the minute. it was, wasn't it? It was W3. Janet's confirmed it. And W3, they kept it so simple. Whoever's behind W3, I don't even know how they make money on that website. I don't think I've ever bothered to stop and check. I go in, get what I want, maybe like at media, and you go, oh, what do I do? Boom, it gives you an example, and then you run with it. But I do often wonder how, I've never stopped to study it. How do they actually make money on that website? I'm sure they have got advertising or something. But to this day, it is still a great place for anyone who wants to learn HTML and CSSing. Do they charge? Do they, John? I mean, I know you can still go in to get what you want. So I haven't yet come across any blockers anywhere to say you can't access this without paying. Or maybe I'm looking at way too simple stuff. And if you go up a level, you might find a bit more. W3 validator to check your web pages. I mean, there's so much awesome stuff. Right, I'm just going to now... So I'm going to continue talking, but I'm going to try and test out my code again. This code is brilliant. The only problem with the code is it doesn't tell you it's doing what it's doing until it's done it all. And I just worry that if someone has got a website with like 1,000 images, they might hit a button, but they might not realize it's doing something. So I just want to double check. And once I'm confirmed that, once it confirms one little thing for me, then I'm going to just say to Grok, I'm using Grok 3 to improve the code. Right, look, I just want this little extra thing, right? Don't ruin the code. Don't muck it up. make it slower or anything like that, just give me this little notification. Is it a plugin in WordPress? Is what the thing I'm working on? No, this is a completely brand new code snippet. I started with a snippet that I helped create about a year and a bit ago. I've added to it with something that I did create. And then I've added to it with something that someone else sent me a while ago, but now I've taken it somewhere else. And I think that this code snippet is shall I give you a sneak peek of what it looks like? Who wants a quick sneak? I'm not going to run it because I don't want you to see it until I finish it all off, right? But do you want to see a sneak peek of what this code looks like? So I'll just wait for you to all steamroll what we're doing. Right, okay. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the code. Right, let me... Whoa. Sorry, I've just done something I shouldn't have done. Wait a minute. I've just messed around. There you go. Right, let me... Oh, I've done it again. Hold on a moment. I'm trying to change something, but I'm getting it wrong. Right, here we go. Right, so this is me, obviously, right? Can you see we got library? Can you see library over here? Can you see it? Can you just let me know that you can see it all? Yeah? So all of these images that I've loaded through, I've intentionally loaded through 10 images. Are there 10? How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there's 12. I've intentionally loaded the same image, right? And all of them are 9 megabytes. All of them are PNG. And look at the size. Can you see the size there? 3840. Let me just zoom in a bit. Oh, you can't see it now. Let me make myself a little smaller. Right, I've got my mouse in the wrong place. There we go. Right. Can you see the width of the size there? Right. No worries, Satish. I'm glad they are good for you. Right. Okay. 3840. Right. No one wants 12 images, PNG, that have been uploaded by an author for a blog or a directory where customers are uploading shit. No one wants 12 of them, 12 times 9 megabyte, right? I have to now think about that, 9911, right? No one wants that many megabytes. And 3840, you're never going to show 3840, are you? Would you agree with me that that's a problem? Do you agree with me that that is a problem? I won't show you the next bit until you tell me if that's a problem. Would you be horrified? Would you be shiting pancakes galore and whatever if you came across this problem? I'm just going to expand the screen so it's easy to see, right? Is that a problem? It is a problem, right? It's a fucking major problem. And this is similar to the friend of mine who had a website that I'm not looking after it, but their website is now 4 gigabytes. Okay, right. So let's just close that down, right? Look over here. Can you see what we have now here? What does that say? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Whoever puts it first gets kudos. What does it say? All of you are rushing now. You're rushing. What does it say? What does it say there? I've moved web converter. WebP converter. Okay. Yeah, shoot figs, slim SEO is my preferred one now, right? It's my preferred one. If I've got websites that are still using rank math, I tend to leave them on, but for new websites, I always go for that. Right. Let's go into WebP converter, okay? Are you ready? Here we go. Ooh, let me clear the log. I don't want you to see the previous stuff. Right, here we go. Here we go, people. Right, this is what I'm working on. This is a code snippet. This will work. I just need to fine-tune it a little bit. Right? Let me show you right now. Let me get the right... I need to find the right window. Where's the window? Here we go, right? Okay, right. When you load... this isn't going to work very well. Hold on a moment. Let me just adjust myself so I'm in the shot a little bit here. Right? Those those 12 images, and please tell me if you don't understand. Those 12 images, right? Okay. But I will eventually be getting onto a status bar. That's what I'm trying to do. Those 12 images that I just showed you, and I need to make sure I get this right. No, wrong window, wrong window. Here we go. Right. Those 12 images, right, are not just 12 images in your files and database. You have to understand this. Those 12 images have duplicated in your file and database, right? So when we go over to here, right? I don't know why that window keeps opening. Right, when we go here, look at how many images have been created. So if we take very large number 1, that is 9.4 megabyte. That's the image that was loaded. Then it creates, because it's 3,800 pixel wide, we get 2048, 1536, 1024, 768, 300, 150. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the thumbnail one you would need, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Original image, 5 duplicates, and that. Look at the sizes we got here. 9 plus 2 takes us to 11.5. 11.5. 12.8. Let's say 13 and a bit. Nearly 14 megabytes. One image, 14 megabytes. Yes, Dennis. Yes, it does. But we're going to stop that. Eliminate it. 14 megabytes for one image. Can you see the fucking problem? Right, anyway, right. Let's get back onto the code I wanted to show you, right? So here we go, right? So each image is got a thumbnail plus 5 extras. 5 extras, right? Okay, WebP converter. Are you loving this? You're getting a sneak peek. I will, once I crack this fully, I will be doing a proper video. I'll be a lot more polite. So anyone watching the live chat right now, you're getting the for fuck's sake version, okay? You're getting the proper raw, the fuck's sake version. Right, right. So stay with me on this, okay? Because there are some steps. I really want you to just understand this, right? Just confirm that you understand what I'm about to say next. Every image here is 3840 in size. Can you see them? 3840 in size, in width, all of them. Do you understand that? Yeah, good. Right, WebP converter. Look, what do I have here? I could set this to be 500. I'm just going to set it to be 1920 for now, because I think that's reasonable. I will look down here. It says log cleared, because I cleared the log. I'm going to hit set max size. Watch this. Watch this. Maximum width set to 1920. So I'm now preparing this to convert all of those images. So if someone's uploaded images from a phone, a high-res camera, 8K super camera, right? And there's like 4,000 pixels wide, 5,000 pixels wide, whatever. And that's all in your media library. And then you get the duplicates and all of that. I'm now going to scale that down, right? Remember, right, that I also have all of... let me get this right. Remember, I've got all of this, right? All of these images, okay? Sorry, I'm jumping around a bit. Let me just get... Where am I? No, I'm in the wrong place. This is where I'm being a bit stupid now because I'm in the wrong place. Right, here we go. Yeah, okay. How many people are still watching? Only Dennis has said yes. Are you all actually watching right now, or am I just talking to myself? Go on, it's clear. Right. So I've set the max size. Now, it says there's 12. Well, forget that, because that's from a previous log. I'm now going to click Convert Scale to WebP. Right? All of those images in my files and database are currently PNG. I'm going to click this, right? And here's the current problem. It doesn't give you a status bar, but in a moment, it will say it's done. This is the bit I'm just trying to improve on, okay? I had it, but I wasn't satisfied with it. So what this is doing is look down here, right? It's now gone through, right? It's now gone through. Let me just go back a step now, okay? It's done it. Okay, it's done it. Okay, it says 12 images converted 12, 100% progress. I'm just going to clear the log for now, right? Let me go back to my library, right? Look at my library, right? 12 images still. Magic, 12 images. Look at the size of the image. 1920. Every image is 1920. They've all scaled, right? They've all scaled. Look at the file name, WebP. It's the same file name. So if you've got images and you've already used it, it will convert it. So you don't have to now go and swap the image out. WebP, and it has scaled the size. But there is a problem. What is the problem, you're saying? You're all saying, get the fuck on with it, Imran. Stop pissing about. Let me go back over here. Look at the very large image. Can you see it? It's WebP. Look at the 150 image. That is also WebP. But we still have all of these duplicates that are PNG. They're all still there, PNG. Watch what we do next. Watch what we do next, right? Okay, I'm going to go back over here. Can you see it says keep original and thumbnail, right? Now, this is where I'm going to try to be a little bit clever, okay? So I am going to just shrink this down. And I'm going to do something like this. Can you still see all of my face is in the way. Let me just move my face a bit. There we go. Right. So let me just minimize that as well. Right. So there's all my images. This is you are now looking at the actual files and database for my uploads. Right. Watch what happens when I hit keep original and thumbnail. Just watch the screen over there. Just keep watching. Did you see that? Did you just see what happened? You've got the 1920 size. Look, this is 1920. That's the 1920 image, and it keeps the thumbnail one. And it's also regenerated the thumbnails. So if I was to go back over here to the library, look, there's the 1920 image. They're all still 1920. And it keeps the thumbnail for when it needs to use that. I go back over here and I'm just going to clear my log now. I've gone from loads of duplicates. Look at the image. Look at the image. It's 135 kilobytes. The original size as a PNG was 9.1 megabytes. Or 9 point something. I think it was 9.1. 135 kilobytes. There are 24 images in your files and database because you've got to have the thumbnail one. Otherwise, it can cause a problem later on with posts and, previews and all of that. That is what this will do for you. Now, some of you are saying, yeah, but here's the really clever bit, right? Let me just show you something, okay? Let me now just make a real funky point, okay? Because this plugin is enabled, right? I am going to pick up another image, okay? So I'm going to call this image, let me just rename it, okay? And I'm going to call it red. I've got an image and I've called it red. This image is also 3840 in size. But watch what happens when I add it to my media library because the code snippet is activated, right? I'm going to drop it in. It is another 3840 image, right? Look at it. Look, oh, did you see it? Did you see the conversion happen? So that red image is the same image. I just renamed it, is 1920. It's automatically gone to 1920. Why? Because I have said every brand new image that is uploaded, right? 1920 is my max. Thank you very much, people. We're nearly there. So if you've got a website, and I'm now going to go back onto full screen, because I've already kind of shown you way too much there. If you've got a website that's full of images from years ago, this could help you out. You could convert them, and even whether they are or not converted, and if it's already a WebP, it will leave it alone. You could resize it, whether it's a WebP or not, and you could get rid of the duplicates from your backend file and database. All of that. And I'm nearly there with it. The only thing that annoys me is when you click the convert scale to WebP, it doesn't tell you it's doing anything properly until it's done. And the issue I have is you could click it and you go, oh, it's not working. And you click again. Oh, it's not. Ooh, what's going on? And then you refresh the page or you get rid of the snippet. I just need to get that bit cracked. We get that cracked, and this code snippet is coming out next week, baby. Maybe I'll release it on Monday or Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, I'll see. But I just need to get that little bit cracked. Okay, and I also do make sure I try to provide instructions as well to you. So what happens if you click whichever button? And look, here's the thing, right? Here is the thing, okay? I've decided that every image on my website, every image in my media library must not be more than 400 kilobytes in size. 400 pixels width, sorry. 400 pixels width. Look at this. Set the size. And then I hit convert or scale to WebP. And what it will now do is it's going to go away and it will tinker with them. And this is the bit where I need to have that log thing updating. So look, it's gone and done it. Right? Look, it's gone and done it. And I'm just going to click that to make sure everything is okay. Clear the log. And let's go back over to my media library and look at all of these images. Every single image is a maximum of 400 kilobytes. Because I know that none of these images on my website, maybe I don't have a full-blown hero banner. I know that all of my images are that size. And how big is the image? Look at it. 14 kilobytes. 14 kilobytes, people. Right? And if I show you over here, look. It hasn't gone and duplicated any of the images from the point of whether you open a brand new one or not. What say you, people? Has that got you excited? I don't create plugins or codes to go, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this fancy thing. I'm looking for things that make our lives more efficient, means we don't have to pay a third party for something, which we shouldn't have to, and we gain back some control, right? We gain back some control. Because even when you go to like your media library, okay, even when you go to your media library and you say in your media settings, don't do the medium 300 size, don't do the large 1024, it still goes and does 768 or 524. And if your image is too big, you then get a 2048 size. And you lose all this control. And then when you do delete images from your media library, the duplicates are sometimes, not always, but sometimes are still in your file and database. And you're sat there going, but I've only got one image, but my uploads is showing like 20 gig kind of thing. So that's what I'm working on. All right. That's what I'm working on. And it's for all of you. I bust a gut for you because you watch me. It's like my way of saying, well, I'm not just going to churn out the same kind of videos all the time and talk crap and lead you down a wild goose chase and just shove an affiliate link because I just want to make money off you. No, I work hard because it's my way of rewarding you back. When I've got this cracked, I am going to go to my Web Squadron website, make a staging site and a backup, and I'm going to test it out for real on there. Now, there is a major caveat with this. Obviously, you got to make sure your server host provider allows this, like GD and Imagic and all of that. If you've ever had an issue of running a WebP conversion plugin on your host provider, that means your host provider does not allow conversions and shit like that. No plugin, no snippet is going to help you out. But the majority should be okay with this. Not at the moment, Dennis. Not at the moment. It does not look for DPI. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This is a code snippet. And I say this a lot, and some people don't like it when I say this. If you want to take the code further, deeper, cover off more bases, You take the code snippet, you stick it into ChatGPT or something else, and you say to it, tell me everything this code does or not, and can we do this as well? Because a lot of plugins, right, if you take the time, you can go and get the code. But this is open source, right? Because I'm using AI and a bit of imagination and a bit of tinkering by myself as well to get this to do what it needs to do. And I think, right, it wasn't super slow, was it? What do you think? You know what I love though is the magic of when you can actually see it doing it, and you got like, I've got my file in database open like that, and you can literally see it going cutting through and everything like that. I am using a local server though. I'm using WP Studio. So once I know this is working, then I'm going to go over to a SiteGround hosted website and create a backup and then punch it through. Because I know that website was got lots of legacy old images. It's got stuff on there where I know there's duplicates and whatnot. And then I'll test it out on another website. And I just think that once this is working, it sounds really pernickety, but how many of you here would agree, say agree or not bothered? Here's your choices, agree, not bothered. The log bit, with when you click the button to convert or scale to WebP, you don't realize it's doing anything until it's done, and then you get all the log. Would you agree with me that that needs sorting out? Or would you say, oh, I'm not bothered? Because I could just pop a message, couldn't I, to say, wait for the log to update. Click and wait. Because I want to get that right. But there comes a point where I have to kind of go, how much more sleep am I going to lose over this? Well, not sleep, but how much more pain am I going to put myself through on this? I'm glad to see Dennis and Janet, you both agree with that. It is important, isn't it? When something bugs me, I can't let it go. I just cannot let it go. I can't just say, well, you know, you just got to wait for it. It's all right. Don't worry. Because I wouldn't like it. You know, if I'm installing something, sometimes just knowing it's downloading, no matter how slow it is, right? Or we're uploading, no matter how slow and delayed it is and how like the iPhone, you know, whenever an iPhone updates or your computer, and it's updating and then it stops. And you sit there. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll put this like pen on my iPhone screen just to see, does it move past the nib? And if it moves past the nib, that means it is still working and it's not crashed down. It's still updating. And then you move the nib of the pen. You go, oh yeah, it's moved a bit more. Yep, it's still working. Have you ever done that? Maybe it's just me. But you know when like your iPhone or your phone updates and then it shuts down and then it opens and you get the apple and then the white line moving and it goes there and it goes, you go, huh? Is it moving? And you're never sure. And then it goes like that. Always surprises me how it gets stuck somewhere near the midpoint and then it moves over. Right? If you're doing 2,300 image, you have to know what you're waiting for. Absolutely. That's because if you've got a legacy website and you have got like 1,000 images, you won't know it's done until maybe 2 or 3 minutes later. And you need to have that, what's the word? Notification? That's probably not the right word. Update. You need to know it's working, basically. So I've given you a bit of a sneak peek on new code snippet that should hopefully be out next week if I finalize it. And I hope status update. That's a great way to look at it. And I think what I like though is the way that I have tried to cover off a lot of things that I feel like some plugins don't always do. Like they give you the WebP conversion, but they never touch the duplicate images in your file and database. or there'll be another solution to scale the images or edit the images, but they won't do the WebP bit or the duplicate bit. And I feel like those three are fundamental, because if you've got other people uploading images 4,000 pixel wide, what? You want it down to 120. And if you know all of your images are like that, even in the hero banner, right? They're never full width. They're just like that. And they're presented as a 500 pixel wide or 400 pixel wide, right? Scale them down, all of them to that size in one go, kind of thing, so that you don't get hit by your images are not sized properly on the mobile and desktop as much as you would do if you got a 1920 image, but on the desktop it's 300 wide. Do you know what I mean? So many people go, why is it saying that? It's not a huge image. You go, yeah, because your image is 300 on the screen. You never intended to show it as a 1920, but you got 1920. Yeah, but I need that for the quality. Yeah, but think methodically, kind of thing. No props, Janet. I'm glad. I know a lot of you will appreciate it and like it. But I'm a tinkerer. I'm a problem solver. I never accept this is as good as it gets, because that's never true. Or it might be true at this point in time, but a second later, someone somewhere else in the multiverse will have found a way, and that's what I always like to do. Absolutely, Dennis. But it's a common mistake, and I think it's a mistake many of us have made in our evolution as web designers. Or sometimes someone will say to me, my website's loading really slow, even the standard post. And I go in and they've got a post, right? And they got their words because they got a blog article. And then every so often they have an image, and the image might be like about that big. It's never the full screen. It's about like that. And the maximum width might be 600-700 pixels wide, maybe, right? And then you go to their media library and the image is 2000 pixel because someone took it on an iPhone or another camera or whatever, and then they just went and uploaded it. Firstly, it's a PNG. And even when you convert it to WebP, it's still 1920 or 2,500. But it was never going to be more than 700. It will be smaller on the mobile, but for the desktop, it was never going to be more than 700. But it gets overlooked. Hugely overlooked. Maybe I should say to people when I do the code snippet video, if you really want to know why I created this and why I was so passionate about it, you need to go and watch this live chat from this point to this point. Because this is the point where I let it all out and go ape shit on it. Yep, lazy loading. Lazy loading is good. Sometimes, though, I find lazy loading can annoy me sometimes. So, I'm one of those people where sometimes I go to a blog article and sometimes it annoys me when, like, you're scrolling down, you're reading an article, right? And you can see the words, and just as you're scrolling down, you can see there's a gap and there's the words, and then the image appears. You're like, what was that? And then and another image appears. Or you go to a gallery and the images are like, especially on a mobile. They're like, no, 1. I get why. Sometimes it annoys me. It's like a trigger. It's like, oh, did you have to do that? Kind of thing. So yeah, I'm nearly there with this code snippet. Yeah, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Someone's bound to look at the code and go, well, that could have been done better. Fine. Do it, share it back with me. You missed out something. Fine. Improve it, come back to me. Someone is bound to say that the code isn't great for screen readers. Fine, improve it. You're missing an attribute or an ARIA label. Fine, improve it. Come back to me. Because sometimes what we need is the foundation. You know, like here's the best I could do. You can evolve it now and turn it into something even better. Right? Even better. Yeah, prefetch CSS is always a good idea too. Rather sharp. What's the standard size image for a product image on my website? I don't know. Depends on how are you going to present it in the single Okay, here's the question. On the single product template, how big do you want your image to be? How big? Right? 500? 600? 600 is usually pretty good. 1,000? Does it need to be 1,000? You know, unless you're going to let people click and really zoom in, but 500, 600 should be all right. How big are you going to have it? And that's what you got to think about, right? And if you are going to show the image on another page where you're going to have a bigger version, then just upload another version. Yeah? Dennis is kind of right, though. So if you are not going to allow them to like click it and then, you know, the whole light box, you know, the whole image zoom, you can get away with 600, 500 easily. If you are going to have some of that, then 800, 1024 is good as well. But depends on how big. No, you're not talking too much, Dennis. You're offering good advice and tips, so that's always good. Because I'm giving everyone my version of the truth or my truth. Doesn't mean it's the truth. There's many truths out there. So, how big is your image, Raza? Raza, has your keyboard broken? Raza, have you fallen off your chair? Where are you, Raza? Raza Sharp International. Where are you? Where are you? For a product line, for a main image when you first log on. I don't quite understand that. So how big do you want the image to be? Forget where you're going to show it. How big do you want it to look when I look at the screen? Right? Because if your image is going to be like that, you don't need 5,000 by 5. Right, full screen. Right, 1924. 1980 times 1024 should be all right. Does it need to be full screen? Really? Do you mean full screen height? Full screen width? You know, 100 VH, 100 VH, 100 VW? That's like a 1920 by 1080. Does it have to be that big? If so, do it. I always find that questions like that, and I'm not having a go at you, right? You shouldn't be asking us because I don't know your image. I don't know the goal or aim. I don't know what you're presenting. I don't know your wireframe. I don't know what your user experience, interface, flow, none of that. You should know this, right? It's like saying, how big does my sofa need to be? Well, how big's the room? How many people are going to sit on it? Does it need to convert into a sofa bed? Is it just for you? Will there potentially be more people later? Are you happy to sell it when it no longer does the job and get something else? Does it come as part of a set? Is it financially viable? You have to make that decision, right? What sofa should I get? Well, I don't know. I don't know how big your room is. Corner sofa, single sofa, snuggle sofa, 2-seater, 3-seater, 4-seater, single seater, wing chair, stool, bench, hammock. Does the size matter for the image to be full screen? Of course it does. If your image was 100 pixel wide, how do you think it's going to look on a full screen? How do you think it's going to look? Basic question, basic answer there. Venom P, I'm just 16. Is it still possible for me to get into web? Yes, it is. But how are you planning to get clients? No one will underestimate you for your age, right? There's a famous YouTuber who didn't even know that his son, who was I think 15 at the time, had made over $100,000 doing like digital artwork designs. They didn't even know they were doing it and making money. They were 15. You know why? No one cared how old they were. They produced digital art. If someone is able to do like calculations for stocks and shares, and they can help you potentially make money, and they're very keen and they got a good eye for when to sell and buy and all of that. Does it matter how old they are? Does it matter? When you go to McDonald's, do you ever stop to go, well, how old are you? You there making my burger? You there collecting my chips? Do you care? No. You want the job done, right? Have you ever caught a plane? Have you ever stopped to find out the pilot? Who are they? How old are they? Nope. Did they wear glasses? Nope. You just want the job done. And that is the secret. Your name, the color of your skin, the way you talk, the way, all of that, the clothes you wear ain't going to matter as long as you can get the job done in a professional way. It does matter if the client doesn't like your views or the way you come across. Ignorance, arrogance, stuff like that can play a part. But your age, I understand that some businesses might say, oh, you're too young. How can I trust you? Well, that's when you show them, well, this is what I can do. This is what I have done. This is what you're missing out on. You do all that. So where can I find the plugin? It's not a plugin. It's a code snippet that I'm creating. Zdenek. Danique. Is it Danique? I think I've said, sorry if I got your name wrong, all right? It's a code snippet that I'm creating, and you're going to have to wait for me to finalize it before I release it. All right? And it will be for free. And you just install it and you go with it. You make a backup. So many people come back to me going, oh, I used your code and it broke my website. And I'm like, did you take a backup? They go, no. And I go, well, I don't fucking care. Every time, if you ever decide to install, I can tell you now, I do not run any code snippet or code or add a brand new plugin before I've taken a full backup of my file and database, and then I download it to my hard drive. I don't just rely on what the SiteGround server has or Updraft or Cloud. No. Yeah, I do have them, but I want to have it on my hard drive. I want it. So if something mucks up, I can quickly restore and upload it. You got to do that. You got to do that, right? Bruno, thanks a lot for sharing your knowledge and experience. I have to leave now. Yeah, no probs. Just remember, everyone here, smash the like button. Yeah, please do. The more you hit the like button, the more the channel gets coverage in YouTube as part of the algorithm so that other people can experience, right? And share the knowledge and learn. And at the same time, more people that see it might watch something I've done and gone, whoa, Imran, you missed a trick. You weren't very clear. You made a mistake. And if they share back to me, I can learn and improve and become better too. That's how it works. That's life. It's experience, knowledge, sharing. What's my thoughts about Shortcut? Shortcut is good for that one-page view, right? I did a video on how you could achieve not the same, but similar. I can't remember if Shortcut does tangible products, or was it still digital and virtual? But you can do similar things with a bit of code and jiggery pokery, right? With WooCommerce. Is it worth the cost? I'm not convinced. Nothing against Adam, nothing against Shortcut or Shore Triggers or the Shore team. They work damn hard. Oh, it does do tangible. Sorry. It didn't used to. You're right. It's because I haven't looked at it in a while. Is it worth the cost? What's the cost of Shortcut? Can someone confirm to me what the cost of Shortcut is? What's the cost? Chris Lee, Chris Lava, YouTube algorithm. Make sure you're subscribed, okay? You'll get a notification. I think on my new site, Gary, I'm going to link back to your YouTube channel and maybe even your course. Like, hey, you can absolutely do that, Gary. I would appreciate that. Nothing wrong with that. It might even be an amazing backlink for you as well. I don't know. Chris, currently using the free version for a that sells land. Okay, so what's the right $179 a year? That's quite a bit. That's look, $179 a year. That's quite a bit, right? So what's the limitation with the free version and the pro version, Chris? Or does the free version work for you? I did not know that Shortcut. Hold on. Has Shortcut always had a free version? Hold on. I don't want to put it on screen. It's not my job to start advertising. Has Shortcut always had a free version? I thought it was always subscription. Launch was free. Do you know what? My brain does go blank a bit. Right. So what's the major difference between right, shall we get it on screen? Shall we get it on screen? What is the big difference between the... Oh, you love my aloe vera plants. It's fake. They're both from IKEA. They're artificial. They're fake as well. They're fake plants. That's just fake. They're fake. They're not real. They're artificial plants. They're not real. Yeah? They are not real. Right, let's have a look at this on screen, okay? So let's jump into this, okay? So here we go. Just going to move myself over here. Right, let's just expand on this, right? So there's a transaction fee, okay? Access to 100 features. If you pay, there's no transaction fee. That's not too bad then. I mean, I'm not sure about this. $99 per year. I know. I have WooCommerce store. I know loads of clients. They don't pay $99 a year. They don't do that. You know, I mean, customized PDF invoices. You know, there's a free plugin. I have a free plugin that gives me all of this for free. Has anyone here bought a course and they get a PDF invoice? It's free. You don't have to pay $99 a year for that. So I don't like sometimes when people exaggerate things a little bit. Breakdance do this all the time. Oh, if you use Elementor, Breakdance is going to save you $300, $400, $500. That's because they tell you about plugins you don't really need to use. Automatic tax calculations, VAT compatible, $39 a year. Subscription invoices, you know, I mean, look, you have got, okay, look, the free version, it does give you quite a lot of stuff from what I can tell. So what would be the benefit? I'm still struggling. Why would you want to upgrade other than the transaction fee? Right? That's it. I don't know. But I don't use Shortcut. Sorry, I just realized I was out of shot, wasn't I, when I was like that? I was leaning off the screen a little bit. I just $179, right? Like for instance, premium support. You know, everyone says that, hey, you get premium support. You know, never really premium, right? The difference is when I sell my courses, you know, I'm active on the Web Squadron Facebook group. You know I'm around. You know there's no bullshit like a ticket service. You gotta raise a ticket and then I will talk to you. Now, if you want me to tell you how to do more, that's a consultation. But if something I did in a course was not clear or whatever, you know where I am, kind of thing. In that case, Chris, then Shortcut is pretty good to use as a free tool. You know, I suppose in that scenario it is. But I always feel like what if, hear me out on this, okay? In terms of longevity, WooCommerce Unless WordPress goes down the drain, well, then we're all fucked, right? But WooCommerce is here for the long game, right? Shopify's here for the long game. Yeah? What confidence do you have that Shortcut will still be here in 5 years' time? I think it will be. I think it will be. They're building out their products. I think it will be, right? PrestaShop, right? What confidence do you have that it's there for the long game? For the future? And I sometimes prefer to use tools that I know are kind of built to work. And for me, the whole one-page cart checkout, all of that, it's great. It's really good. But I did a tutorial on the one-page shop. I did it 2 months ago. And I think it's a wicked video on the one-page shop. Go and check it out. It's using WooCommerce. There's no extra settings and plugins. There's just a little bit you need to do. But I'm not even using any code snippet in there, except something extra I did, which you don't have to follow. But go have a look at it. That's what you have to think about. You are right. It probably will be here in 5 years' time. Long haul. It could well be. It could well be. But who knows? Who knows? And the other thing also I would say is no, I was going to say something about how many people use it, but I think it's got quite a good user base at the moment. Right, I have been live for... Sorry, I'm yawning now. I've been live for... How long have I been live? 1 hour 26. Where the flip did the time go? And I was meant to work on my code snippet while talking. And I spent more time talking than working on my goddamn code snippet, I say. This is not good, I say. I'm going to have to work on it later, I say. Maggie, what can you say about the WP Rocket price increase and removal of information? I don't like WP Rocket. There you go. I don't like it. I've done videos. I feel like you can achieve a heck of a lot using FastPress and some code snippets and get back a load more control rather than using a plugin where things are locked away and you don't have full on control, even though they have toggles and switches that don't make a lot of sense. So I don't like WP Rocket. But if you go and watch my page speed performance video from 2024, which is still relevant, that will do the trick for you. And in that time, Bricks has improved, Elementor has massively improved. Believe me, when you launch a brand new website, big hunker funker improvements, but still use FastPress, still use my code snippets, and you will be fine. WP Rocket gets a lot of exposure because of the affiliate commissions, right? But I'm telling you, FastPress free, WP Fastest Cache if you want to use it, or Lightspeed Cache free, Elementor where you pay for Elementor Pro and it's got loads of improvements, and the code snippets I give away for free. So, and you're in control, right? You know what you're doing, and then you custom load your fonts. WebP your images. Think about your contents. Don't stick videos and carousels right at the top in your hero banner. Be methodical. And you'll be all right. And quite frankly, I feel like if your page speed score is over 60, right? Who cares? If it loads okay on the desktop, who cares? If it loads okay on the mobile when you're out and about and you're not on your Wi-Fi, who cares? Because all this shit about Google Core Web Vitals and all of that and where you are on the rank tree matters a bit. What is more important is marketing, social media, engagement, being out there, advertising if you have to, getting, stuff out there. That is more important than saying, I'm on page 1. Right? Unless someone specifically searches for whatever your keywords were and they find you, people are probably more likely to find someone else who hasn't even got a good website, but they are marketing. They're out there. They're on TikTok. They're on YouTube Shorts. They're on LinkedIn, Twitter, posting. Not just saying, buy from me. They're going, hey, did you know how to do this? Did you know how to do that? I could help you out. We can do this. And look what you can achieve. And look at the benefits. And look at the people that are using my product. And they're winning. They're making profit. They're living life. They're enjoying life. That's what it all comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Page speed performance matters a bit. Look at the page speed score of Apple and other places. They're like 20%, 10% sometimes on the mobile. Does anyone care? No, because they want to go there to look, to research, to buy, to do stuff. Tell everyone you run into on the street and shops everything about what you do. I think people hate me enough as it is. Right, look, everyone, I'm going to jump off now, right? I've been live for probably 1 hour 30 or something, or close to that. I really need to go and just fine-tune this, take a bit of a break, sort my son's, he's home in about just over an hour, sort out his PC monitor and sound system because his TV broke. He says it wasn't him, but I think he's hit the TV or something accidentally, whatever. So I just need to sort things out. And then I need to just... basically, I just need to crack this code snippet and then relax for the rest of the day. And tonight, I'm going to have some keto wraps, which are only 2 gram carbs, keto wraps, with some lamb doner. Lamb doner inside a keto wrap, which is basically just 2 grams carbs and protein. Yummy, yummy, delicious. With some jalapenos. Ooh. And spicy sauce. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can't wait. All right, look, everyone. Yeah, thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I know a lot of you have been regularly attending and coming back, even though I've been like overdoing it with the live chats recently. But I love to share. And a lot of you got a sneak peek of what's coming up. Lamb chops. No. Lamb doner kebab. Doner meat. And I know you're going to say, but doner meat is made from the lamb's testicles. I can't give a shit. All right. Lamb doner meat. I love it. All right. Gary, do you not get notified? Do you not get notified? I mean, today I didn't schedule it. I just went live. So that might be why. All right, everyone. I love you all. See you all soon. Take care. Bye.